So these I technically did right. Started them in the house, babied them, did all the things. These I technically did wrong. Directly in the ground, no transplanting, no special treatment, no special fertilizer, nothing. I got to get rid of those weeds, but I know there's poison ivy in there. So, all to say, one thing. Baby, you're not doing anything wrong. It's called learning. I can do something exactly the way I'm told to do it, and it does not do what it says it's going to do. I can do something the way my gut tells me to do it, and it works amazingly well. That is because your plants, your worms, your chickens, they don't read books. They don't know the rule book. Only humans know the rule book. That doesn't mean any of your babies are playing by the same rules. Let's get into today's random things. We got to move the chickens today. And yes, I'm still protected by gnats. It's Indiana in June, and these things are horrible. One day, the net will be gone, and it will be a glorious, glorious day. Let's get into this. So, another thing I technically did right. The other cosmos have not bloomed yet, so we're going to get these trimmed up so that I can get more of them, because the more you trim cosmos, the more flowers they produce. But this bed is looking so pretty. I love this coleus. I will probably be growing this every year. It was super cheap. The most simple thing in the world to grow. And you're paying top dollar at a store for these. Dude, I grew hundreds of them. I could have lined my entire yard with these suckers. So, super simple to grow. And what I learned is that they act like basil. So if you come down here and you see if I can get this in here, those little baby leaflets, if I trim that right there, that's going to bush out even more. That's why mine is not growing straight up, because I tried something and it worked. So I could make these even bushier. They'll just look ugly for a hot minute, but look at these bottoms. They're gorgeous. They're going to flower. So as long as I keep them a little cool, this area gets some shade, so they're pretty happy here. You can plant these under things. They love the shade. They only need a few hours of sunlight to get like this. So if you have a shady spot or you just want some ground cover somewhere, toss a few seeds in, see what happens. They're awesome, and these will keep going through fall because they are not frost tolerant, but they are cool weather tolerant. They like it cool. They do not like it super hot. Let's get to trimming some cosmos, because these babies have gone crazy. My dahlias not so much. Oh, well, I just broke you. My bad. You have died. You can feed your siblings. Let me pop you guys out here and show you this rose. Look at how pretty she is. I just need to learn how to make the stems longer, which I think if I cut down here, a new one will grow from there with a longer stem. But she's such a baby plant. Like, there's the graft point that I don't want to muff her up. and I'm new with roses, so we're figuring it out. You guys are long. All right, Kazi. Kazimoto. Let me show y'all something else. I don't know if that's a slug or a worm. Hold on. That looks like a slug. He can just stay there and die. Okay, these are the dahlias. I know they're not looking great. They are starting to get some flowers, but they also have some issues. However, like, you're told to stake these bad boys up. However, the one that is doing the best has fallen over. So this is the base of the plant. Here's the vine. Here's another one off that same vine, and it's doing better if I let it just do what it naturally does. Like, so why am I fighting what dahlias naturally do, which is fall over? Is there a reason they fall over? Because these are the healthiest leaves I have on any plant. So I'm going to watch this one and see if I'm doing this different next year, because this bottom growth is amazing. You are a mosquito. You need to get away from me. No, you don't get to bite me on the ear.
When you're cutting zinnias, you also want to make sure that it's at a node where it has another guy coming off of it, or girl, whatever, the other little piece coming off of it, so that it's going to start bushing out. Yeah, that little guy did, the poor little guy. He's so sad. And say hello to Booth of Booth and Bones.
Okay.
Then that was me just trying to figure out what the bug was. Again, I'm going to go down to a node where it's going to produce at least 2 more flowers, and that's how you're going to make them bushier. And to get bushier and bushier and bushier, you're going to go that same route every single time you cut down a zinnia.
Also, let's give congrats to the new mama. I may not be able to grow lettuce, but I've helped grow birds. So I'm fine with that. She's in the elderberry over here, probably getting angry at me for being this close, but it is my garden and I do have to walk through it. So she dives into there and hides. But I've not once touched the babies.